All right, hey there, everybody. Arlo's here from Ice Games, bringing you some Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully, just waiting to see if everything is working here and all that jazz. Let me know if you can see, hear, all that fun stuff. All right, hopefully it's going all right here. Hey there, Virtually Mint. And hey, finally a new outfit. I finally spent the time. Sorry, also apologize, running a little late today. My streaming software decided it did not want to open properly, so I had to get it to kind of force it to open properly. Yay, AMD systems. Actually, I absolutely love my AMD system, so I can't complain about that at all. Yeah, let me know if this is looking all right. If you guys can, again, like I said, see, hear, all that fun stuff. Let me know down below, all that jazz there. So yeah, yeah, where were we? We went on, well, quite the adventure the last little bit. So finally, kind of back in our own timeline. We took a little jaunt into the past of, I guess, like our world's past, because we're kind of the source, right? And all the other ones are taken from us. So we kind of went into our past, and yeah, with an epic and long cutscene. Yes, it was very epic. I wouldn't say too long. I always judge cutscenes whenever they're like, "Oh, you have to set some time aside," and I'm like, I just go to like Metal Gear Solid 4, and it had like an hour and a half long cutscene. So I just kind of go to that, and I'm like, okay, anything under like an hour and a half, anything under a movie is a short cutscene, right? At this point, but yeah, we we kind of learned kind of how the end happened. We kind of know a little bit more what's going on. It all came down to Fandaniel, before he was Fandaniel, decided he wanted to create this entity and send it and its sisters out into the world, or into the stars, to kind of find other life, to kind of see, you know, what other life does. Why do they find meaning in life? And it, well, it didn't turn out well, because apparently life out in the stars is not good. And most of them didn't either they were empty, or the life that was there just, I think one of the lives like ended its own life after she asked, like, why are you here? What are you doing? So I kind of went, it went a little crazy, and essentially she was like, if life is meaningless, I will just end it. So she's currently somewhere at the edge of the solar system, I think. So she created the end of the days. They split the planet. She's now grading up, not aether, I can't remember what it's called, but this like emotional aether kind of stuff, and has been gaining that, and is starting the end of days. And that's why people are turning into these creatures without the need for aether. They're doing it with the emotional kind of energy of our people. So we've done that, figured out what's going on. Now we know how to solve it. Don't know how we're going to get to space. Maybe she's going to come to us, and that's kind of the idea. Because, I mean, we teleported to the moon. I don't see us getting on a spaceship going anytime soon. So I don't know what's going on with that. So we're back here. We've got to meet with our friends and kind of tell our friends what we saw. So that's what we're going to be doing. Besides that, I also, yay, new outfit. I went and finally, I've been talking about it for a while, but finally went and did a glamour thing for my machinist. I don't know. I like white armor. I kind of like my soldiers, or my warriors, to kind of look like they're wearing armor. So we kind of did that. Actually, can I die? Probably not. Oh, I can. What does it look like if I die my gun? You know what? I'm going to die the gun. Yes. Boop. Now my gun kind of matches my outfit. There we go. Now I'm looking pretty. This is what Final Fantasy is all about. Making yourself look good. Alright. So let's head inside the main entrance and talk with our friends. See what's going on. See what they're doing. I'm sure there'll be another long cutscene there virtually, but let's find out. Hey, it's Kryle and Tataru. It's been a minute. How's it going, guys? Also, I was trying to find a helmet that kind of looked decent, and I kind of went with this look that, you know, still covers the mask. I was kind of going for like, oh, you know, I'm a machinist. Maybe I need like a welder's mask or something like that. And I couldn't really find one that I thought looked all right, so I kind of went with this half thing. I'm just going to pretend it's got some magical thing that shoots up when my character does the welding and the stuff. Do I have... That's high display. Yeah, there's no headgear change at all. The new armor looks good. Previous set that consists of not one but two unicorn horns was a choice. Yes, the unicorn choice. I mean, looked interesting. Looked cool. Maybe for like a mage or something like that. Not a machinist. That looked a little weird for a machinist. But again, look cool. Very glad I have it. So let's talk with Krile here. So Lunith, impeccable timing as always. I heard you were off to the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I can tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. I'm glad to be back, Krile. Yay! Alright, let's speak with Krile here. So, though you and Krile both have news to share, hers perhaps the more urgent. Okay. So, have you learned aught more of the final days? Yes, I learned quite a bit. Though the journey was well worth the risk, no doubt, our newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time in the first, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged, trying to contain the spread of blasphemes, but it is a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alice and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus Ominous is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian, and Gahara took a detachment of allied soldiers to offer our aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast, and they only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It is an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Yastola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. Oh, we know, we kind of met who became the one who became Hydaelyn. That was kind of neat, and that's probably why she chose us. She remembered us in the past. She was actually the only one. Well, me and her are the only ones that remember things because when we were with the other ones, they used this item and like they wiped their memory. Which is kind of like a neat MacGuffin to kind of like show, yeah, we met them, we did stuff with them, they were kind of cool, and then that's why they hated us, because they didn't know who we were. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. Oh yeah, that's a good point. How would they get people to the moon? If you'll also recall the proposal issued by Master Forshalu to the people of Razathan. Following their decision, Vertra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good. That's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Again, that's what I assumed they'd be doing, is they'd bring people there and they'd teleport them. But, you know, okay. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees to the tower, Alphino, Alice, Estinian, and Gahara traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Oh no. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Forshino. Then panic broke out and the communications was severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon had spread to the capital. Okay, so we have to go save things. Like usual. The others need you, Lunith. Please, you must help them. Of course. Let's go. Having you there will make all the difference. I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully, Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you'd best take every possible precaution. Okay. Alright, what are we walking into here? What are you sending me to, Carl? I mean, sure, it's not the worst thing I've seen. Okay. Let us... As the heavens burn... No. Yeah, as the heavens burn. Let's see where we need to go. Camp Broken Glass. Alright, oh, this is going to be a duty, it looks like. Hey guys, how you doing? Actually, these guys do have cool armor too. That's for sure. Alright, Lunith, no, I'm moving too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greeting short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacius that the Forum's airship had landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees came to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we can discuss them later. I trust you're ready to depart? Of course. Upon departing for Magna Glacius, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. They virtually meant more cutscenes. Alright. In addition to be required to participate in battle, your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event that you're defeated, you will be able to try again for the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter these battles associated with other quests or log out of the game, this progress will be lost. Okay, of course. Alright, let's do it. Level 88. I'm level 88. Let's do this. Very excited. Earlier on the Magna Glacius. Oh, that's not good.
No. No. No.
Oh no.
We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
Yeah, our friends are here.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
Oh, I'm gonna fight as Alphino? I don't want to fight as Alphino. You're gonna make me fight as Alphino, aren't you? I'd rather be a Stinian. Can I be a Stinian instead? Please. Ah, no. Okay.
I'll command the beast's attention.
Oh, that was a healing spell. Okay. What am I supposed to... Oh, am I supposed to heal
Help
them?
is at hand.
Okay. Healing. What does this one do? That is more healing. Okay. Oh, nullifies damage. I don't care about nullifying damage. I care about healing. Restores target's HP. Oh, here we go. These look like they do damage.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, I haven't played as a sage yet, so... Nope. I keep wanting to heal it. Can I heal a Stinian? Can't, okay. Oh no, stop turning, don't turn into monsters. You're gonna turn into monsters, aren't you? Ah. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of think this is kind of a neat concept that, like, oh, they're being overwhelmed by fear. Alpha Node, do what you can. Okay. Is the fact that, like, our
Those who can stand, come with me.
like, just regular people are, oh no, they're turning into monsters, not you. I just healed you guys, come on. They need to protect, I'm trying to protect you. But the fact that, yeah, you, just by having so much despair in your heart, you can turn into a monster. That is definitely something that, oh, I have to talk to you.
Easy
Okay.
now. Deep breaths.
Okay, calm, calm, calm.
You're safe now.
Okay, just calm you down. Okay, we good? We good, buddy? Our allies will see you to safety. Okay. You know, I'm in this ring by myself.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Nope, I'll worry about the refugees. Oh, I think our thing's going to be mostly keeping Stinians alive here. I haven't done a healing class for a while. I'm actually really trying to think about which class to do for the next expansion. Healing him. Oh gosh, I'm almost dead. Me myself. Oh yeah. One heals. Keep hitting one to like do an attack. And it's a healing button. Thing's almost down though.
Hard, but not hard enough.
a little bit. Okay, I think it's down. Yeah, there we go. Did we win? We won. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, stage is kind of cool.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Ooh, what the heck? That monster is really cool looking.
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape! Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride! Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Okay, so let's take down these monsters. Oh, and now I'm playing as Alice. Okay. So that's... Oh, she's just playing... She's a red mage, okay. I have a red mage. Well, I mean, one of my classes is red mage, so we're good, we're good, we're good. Are you healing me, someone? I think, yeah, I think Ryan, yes, healing. I also do kind of like how it's just cycling through all of the spells in one thing. So we kind of really just have to hit one button to come down. Save me. Okay, we don't worry, we will. Or stone. Oh, what's that? Heal myself a little bit.
Today.
If I care, I won't back down. Of course I won't. I'm awesome. Oh, that hurt. Back off then. Oh, am I supposed to be close to this? Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oops. Okay. I messed that one up. It's okay. Sure, let's just do very easy. I'm not too worried about... I don't have pride in that at all. Okay, I've defeated you. Skip the cutscene, yes. Okay. Take down these little monsters. Okay, they're all down. No way to break the chain of transformations? Okay. We'll find a way. Go. The puppy noises do make me sad all the time. Okay, now the big thing. Let's do it. Watch out, Alice. Say this one's not like the rest. Yeah, I'm curious if like maybe the type of monster that is spawned is based off of like, I mean, the race they are, and also like the amount of despair they feel. Curious on I mean, they probably didn't, but I'm curious if they have like a reason for certain races looking certain ways. Or sorry, certain monsters looking certain ways.
Not today.
Down. Come on. Terminus Lacerator. What a cool name. Okay, so I wanna... I'll say to the other side. Okay. Oh, other side. Okay, I see. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what he said last time. There we go. Now's our chance. Okay, let's do it.
I'm not done yet.
None to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Okay, this is
As
actually
they
some really
say,
cool mechanics for this
turnabout's
boss.
fair play.
Oh. These are limit break, sure.
On guard.
Haha! That looked cool. There we go. A winner is us. Okay, what's next? Who's next?
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again.
It's what we do.
I remember you. From Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out! Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Yeah, I don't have to do all the work. am I just doing like a heroic slow walk up?
Oh.
You've done well in my absence.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order? I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
Alright, let's do this. In the commencing battle, you will fight as Luna's Dark Spirit.
Oh,
Hey, that's me!
Rio for the ages.
just the beginning.
Blazing shot. Oh. Okay, now we have to fight that
I had a
thing.
feeling I'd find you here.
Oh, Finian, how's it going, buddy?
This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Jules, we'll see to the refugee safety. We might keep the beast at bay. We will. Understand where you guys are.
Damn you!
Okay, things mostly down. That's alright. Come on.
Leave the healing to me. I am in your debt.
Yeah, I'm not doing any healing.
Now, where were we?
What are these orbs doing? Oh yeah, they're doing this. It's almost down. There we go. Duty complete.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us, on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
Uh-oh, what's this? Oh no! Someone else.
More of them.
Ooh. Oh, what? What? Uh-oh.
Zenos! Here!
Oh, this isn't good. Oh, he's gonna want to fight again.
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
What is Zenos doing here?
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seem sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
Zenos is kind of a really good villain.
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
Oh.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
You'd have no choice against them, or no chance.
But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you.
Also, hate to call.
Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Zenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Oh, what's her dad got to say here? Hey guys, I'm sorry. Maybe you guys were right.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scions' methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Yeah.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Okay, so we did that. So Zenos is still around. I was not expecting Zenos to show up like that. Yeah, he definitely would have just sliced through all of me and our friends. Julius would not have made that through that. I mean, we probably would have survived, but because we're awesome. But yeah, hey Tikal, how's it going? It's been a minute. Hopefully all is well with you and all that fun stuff. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. This story is getting crazy, and I love it. Yeah, so apparently they've got a little spaceship that takes them to the moon. That's cool. Ooh, maybe we can steal that and take that to the edge of the solar system, I'm guessing. To where what's her face is that's like kind of doing this end of days thing. Either way, okay, to see Zenos standing there, so uncaring, unrepentant, gosh, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to my mind, but looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again. Oh, just you wait. Like, Zenos is gonna, like, come and, like, help us, isn't he, at one point? Oh, a new chest here. Did we get anything good from that? Ooh. Use that. 5 foot. What is my 39? Okay, so this will be a better item. It's good on the side. Can't really make the stream much more anymore. By the time they start, I'm usually getting ready for work the next day. Yeah, sorry about that. It is the best time currently for me to do some streaming. I'm trying to find some other times to do streaming. It looks like Sundays might end up being kind of a better time, or actually, again, still around the same time, but during the week. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it has to be at the moment. Recommended gear. Let's equip that. I'm also curious. Okay, so, yeah, new gun. Ooh, that does look kind of cool. I like that new gun. Can't dye this gun. Can't dye this gun. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad you could make it to call tonight. Yeah, I gotta try to find. Do it works for you. Yeah, you'll catch when you can. Yeah, thank you for that. Again, thank you again for all the help with this game. I am back to loving it again. Not that I didn't love it, but I'm glad I'm back to playing more regularly. But yeah, yeah, I'm trying to find some time. Yeah, just things have been kind of crazy in my life right now. Not bad crazy or anything like that, but yeah, just trying to find time to do. Even trying to find new recording lately has been kind of harder. But hopefully I'm able to do that. But yeah, let's talk with Lucia here and keep pushing forward the story here. So let's accept this. Also, how'd you like the new expansion and the new updates and everything
like that? No major
that?
injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Okay, yeah.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it.
I have, yeah, not done it yet.
Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor.
Back to the Forum.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
Uh-oh. What is going on here?
Where is this star's blasted
Okay. Okay, good. What are they doing down here? Still in zombie mode, okay.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
Hey, Oyanje.
"'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments."
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
That's a good point.
It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Oh, this game sometimes.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow! Well met! You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
May the disciples... Oh, good to have with you back.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Yes.
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Quest accepted. You've been logging on with Big Bird. Sorry, cutscenes going on. And go to the FC house to keep the auto demolition from happening. Is there something I can do to help with that? with the guild place at all. I actually went there today. It looks awesome, and I like it. Yeah, if there's anything I can do to help for that, let me know. I'll show you how you like in Dawn Trail. You dig it? Okay, good. The story is good content. Is cool. Okay, that's what I was kind of like interested in. Is like with what's all been happening in Endwalker here. I'm like, how are they gonna like? We're literally stopping the world from ending. Like, where do you go from here? And if it's something you're enjoying, that makes me excited and gives me hope. I'm very excited to see what is next there to call. Very, very excited. All right. Let's head here. Oriange, what's up? So I dare say Master Sharlayan is now was as applause as we to learn the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians, as he will soon discover they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures, we are summoned to the Rostura. Okay, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so let's head back. So, I really like this world. It's kind of cool. Like, how much effort this giant okay, never mind, they have magic. Probably not as much effort, but like, this is kind of a really cool statue that's got like water pouring up out of it. So it must be like sucking water up through it and then pouring it out there. That's really neat. I like that. Alright, let's sprint. I like how you run while using your gun there. All right. Let's travel here. Come on. Not really much help needed. Just any member of the FC just needs to go into the FC house once every 45 days. Oh, okay, okay, that definitely something I can do. Alright, let's head inside here. Okay, what's the plan here, boys and girls? Oh, yeah, get around to it as whenever you feel like it, that's for sure. Not that I'm complaining, Orange, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Theris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loporrits a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Oh, that's good. Krill tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding the study of the etherical sea, but your findings are certain to be of great interest, so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Hydaelyn's Elpis flower lead? Oh, yeah, hey. I know who Hydaelyn was. And all the other things. My awesome grand adventure. Let's tell you all about it. Which is actually really cool. I did really like that going kind of in the past like that. It was really neat. Oh, what? Then this dynamis is what drives the final... That's what it's called. So it's not Aether, it's dynamis. That's what it is. I'm trying to remember what it's called. And if an axa are one and the same, this all but proves Idhana's theory. Were an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of Aether. Or Ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the Great Expanse. Meteon. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destructions of Eortheos. Yep, that's pretty much what it's doing. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteion and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Venet, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Venet you met on Elpis are the one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. So she would share that knowledge with us. However, whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Eortheos, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteion? The Venet I know would never give up. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provide clues such as the ellipsis flower. I believe she will be waiting, or she's been waiting, for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely on wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communicating with Hydaelyn must by necessary come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Arnvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper of Hydaelyn, even from within the anti-tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. Oh, knock on the door. Hello. Sorry to interrupt. We just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Okay. His father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Okay, so let's go. Oh, hello. Okay, so let's head in here. Where are we headed now? There we go. To the Rostra. Okay, so, what are we hoping to achieve here? I'm really hoping, like, because they have a spaceship. Maybe we can borrow it when they're done taking people to the moon? Maybe? That'd be awesome. Okay, the Forum is in session, and as such, the Rostra is closed to visitors. I got invited. The sign of the Seventh Dawn? Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door, lest you forget the sacred institution holds rational discussion in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Okay. Makes sense. Can't bring a gun in when they do, like, political business. I almost did. Okay, here's our destination here. Waiting, waiting, waiting. More waiting. Hey guys. Okay, how is this gonna go? Didn't go so well last time we were here.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
Oh, yeah, I just hit, you looked it up and I just hit the 88 level quest. You can't promise me you try to be able to run the level 90 dungeon in Final DT base game trial. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely love to do that. Actually, I was kind of thinking, the next time I hit a dungeon, I might, like, essentially kind of wait for some of you guys, because I kind of miss playing the dungeon with you guys there to call. So definitely thinking, like, the next time I hit, like, a dungeon that's kind of, like, at that level, like, probably, like, the level 90, probably be, like, the final dungeon and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely want to kind of wait. I got lots of other things I can run around and do and stuff in the meantime. But definitely would love to find a time to play with you to call, because it's been so long. And it's always so much fun. So, yeah, I would love that. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzadhan. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after.
Oh, Jakal, I think my plan for that would be if I kind of get to that point, to to definitely do my best to be able to do like a Sunday afternoon, I think. If that's kind of something that could potentially work for you, I think that'd be awesome. I could definitely do my best to make that work.
Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat Han was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions.
Okay.
If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
"'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Alphonse is going to become a politician, isn't he?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scions' terms?
Oh, Sunday afternoon would be perfect. That's a call. Awesome! We'll definitely try to make that happen.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Okay. Okay, Alpha. I like how they would. I mean, they have nothing to lose from letting us do this. So sorry about not letting the rest of you know my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part, but since we require both means of communicating with Hydaelyn and reaching Medion, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves in the completion of the arc, or completion of the arc, as a way to work with towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how the Aether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Oh boy, are we just going to call Sid? Is that what we're doing? We're just going to call Sid. Let's call Sid and be like, hey Sid, what's up? Want to do this awesome thing for us? Alright. So, his ability to maintain a stiff upper lip is being sorely tested. Ooh, new armor. As instructed, I shall take you to see the Aether Burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. Okay. Oh, I can make it. Don't worry. So the Ark is being built in the Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Okay, let's go then. Did we see it before when we were down there? Maybe. Probably not. Let's just teleport. There we go. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archaeon's lift. Step inside and have Hydaelyn take you to the medical circuit. Okay. Oh, everyone just disappears. Why can't I just disappear and teleport there too? Hello, lift operator. Let's go. Yeah, basically, why not when you got a spare genius lying around doing nothing? Yeah, might as well. I mean, we can figure this out, right? You wish to use the lift? Yes. Yeah, don't worry, Takala. No issues. No problem. We got this. We'll take nothing at all. Sid would probably relish the idea of being able to work on this thing, and probably pilot it too. I've sent your associates to head to Logstion Alpha on the other side of Muriel Ergonomics. Okay. Those are a lot of words. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to... No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Okay, what is the matter at hand? Where are we going? We're going this way? Okay. Meggy! Okay. Well, we're just gonna follow the path. I think. There we go. I was trying to figure that auto-run button. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the story quite a bit there. Not gonna lie, was extremely confused for a long time, but now I think I've kind of got the gist of kind of what they're going for here. So, it was that it was really that trip to the trip in time that I'm like, but if they know who we are, why? Maybe this is why they hated us so much. Maybe that's what's going on. But like the fact that they're like, oh, we just forgot everything. I'm like, oh, I mean, kind of a MacGuffin, but it's a good way to do that. It was kind of neat to kind of see like Hermes or Fandaniel and Emmett Selk and stuff before they kind of became the villains that we know of. And I still like, I mean, maybe not Fandaniel, but Emmett Selk, like at least, like he's a villain that had his reasons for doing what he wanted to do, and I understand them. But now I'm curious if he was able to kind of bring everything back to the source, what that would have done. Would that have like stopped Median from wanting to destroy everything still? Would it have been a like what would that have done? I'm very curious. That little what if kind of thing. Okay, hey now, Alpha now. We are to wait here while our father arranges us to use the next lift. Okay. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of the Labyrinthios are regulated. Oh, neat. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they're able to create the ideal environment for growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. That's neat. Hold on. How do you know so much about it? Why, Father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with Grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking Father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. 'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. By having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new way. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthios, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, habitants built for all mankind's neath the moon's surface, each unique in their own, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aerthis, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered into Labyrinthos in preparation for the great exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Through the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable. It is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where it is all barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I've arranged for you to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations of the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such is the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of your trust. Your trust. Of their trust. Your trust. Yeah. Then let us proceed. Ooh, if I do some of the side quests, the little gold-colored icons in Elpis, you talk to characters that go on to be characters important to the world post-Sundering. Okay, so you're saying I should maybe go back to Elpis and do those then to call? That's something I could definitely do. I think that'd be kind of fun. By decree of the Forum, the Signs of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. Let's proceed. Let's go. Yeah, okay, maybe that's something I should definitely do. Actually, I really should do... Okay, there are just so many side quests. And, like, the thing is, it's like, it's one of those things, like, most games have all these side quests because, like, you don't level enough during the main quest. You have to go do these side quests to keep leveling up, or to get items to level up, to keep up kind of with the grind. But, like, this is, like, you can just do the main storyline, and essentially I'm keeping up with all the levels. Which is kind of interesting. So, like, I love that there's so many extra missions. I wish I did more. I should really do more. Like, there's so many. Like, there's what? A good, like, half dozen in this area alone. Almost dozen. You could, but not being super deep in the lore, you might miss a good bit of the references. Okay. But again, how does one get deep into the lore? You watch lore videos and you do the quests. So that's definitely something I've been meaning to do. I've actually been thinking of, like, in my time outside of being able to record and stuff like that, it's like making another character and just kind of going through the game while doing a bunch of those quests. I'm wondering if that's worth it. Okay, but let's talk with you. The Aether Burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Dankol, from whom the forge was named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with them to discuss the particulars. This way. Where is it being built? This way? Okay, yeah, this way. Jumping. Because, like, even, like, I'm not gonna lie, I watched, I can't remember who did it, but I did watch a lore video of kind of, like, the story of Endwalker up until you leave, Elpis, just to kind of, like, understand what was happening, and man, there is so much. I absolutely love the lore of this game. I really kind of want to do some more deep dives into it.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, masterful, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Etherburner conundrum.
Oh, oops.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Etherburner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Probably, but maybe.
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The Moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to
He's a little
convert their
excited there,
technology
Tikal.
into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Also, thanks for the link there. And the description.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ins like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through.
So we need to get
Ain't a
some.
living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. But according to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
This is sounding like a dungeon coming up.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
The White Raven's ghost. It haunts me.
Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... well... Best put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
What is this plan?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
That was Heavensward. That's an expansion.
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically,
Really like
such
this
an
song.
invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
I don't know if I did that fight to call. Did I? I don't think I did.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern
Yeah.
sacred
Oh,
roots.
yeah. We did do it to call, but we did it. It was a lot easier. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship.
Yeah, that was when we fought one of the like Garlemald commanders? Is that what they mean?
I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Sharlayan before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
We will be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
See, Sharlayan, this is what could have happened if we all worked together. Or something, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, Darnus. Yeah, they're all like silver and stuff. I kind of remember that fight. Remember not being that hard, but like you said, we took it in. You guys took me in unsynced. I'll open up the duty finder here. Which one was it? Oh. Well, no, where's it would have been a raid, right? Not a trial. Oh, there we go, with Coil of Bahamut. Yeah, it would have been one of these ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did this forever ago. Look at all the check marks. Oh my gosh, this was eons ago. Eons, I tell you. Eons. Oh my gosh. Man, I do love how... Okay, it is funny. So, like, this was, like, the base game. And they're coming up... They're still in, like, Endwalker, which is, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 expansions away. And they're still coming up with, like, ties to, like, old content. And I love that. That's really cool. I really like that. Alright. Let's talk with Krile here. So at times like these, we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who would have thought he could achieve so much with a single link poll conversation? As we expected rather a lot of visitors, and as we're expecting a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Ooh, and who might that be? That's for me to know, and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Alright, let's complete this. Ooh, what have we gotten? Getting a cutscene? Meanwhile, in Ul'dah. You think it was the second coil turn 4? Okay. Okay, what's happening in Ul'dah with the Sultanate? The Sultana.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Garlemald and procure arcane relics of Allagan make.
Okay.
Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and brass blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
Okay.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
That guy's got some scars on his face.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Awesome. Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud, look how everyone's kind of coming together. But that's why, like, I am super curious on where the next expansion goes, because yeah, this is like a world-ending, world coming together thing. But like you said, Tikal, I think you said like this is kind of the end of kind of the first phase
We
of the
fielded a
game.
goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk.
Does she have a new voice actress?
So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see?
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
Hey, at least there's like.
I won't let it all
nighttime.
be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Aww. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of kind of the one story arc, and then Dawn Trail starts the next one. That's cool. I love that they kind of have that planned. That's awesome.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Oh. They're friends with the dragons.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Right? They're still friends with the dragons? Hopefully. Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea. We didn't get a meanwhile for that last little bit.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
All right. The whole squad's on the job. You can see how everyone's moving. Yeah, I kind of like that little cutscenes there. We kind of see how what everyone's got planned, what everyone's doing, and it's always nice to kind of like touch base with our kind of older friends. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave today. So I'll be back next Monday with what's going on. Yeah, we'll be back next Monday with some more Final Fantasy XIV. Really glad to call that you can join me today and everybody else out there in the internets. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys have an awesome and or amazing week. I know I plan on having one. Hopefully you guys do too. And as always, until next time, keep your stick on the ice.